about the people that you're influencing, and for us, the people that we're mentoring. So I encourage you all to stick to the credit, you know, the proper way, and don't outspend or spend beyond your means.
All right, words of wisdom. Thank you, Ken Burns. Asher Roth, come on, man, from your perspective, tell us about...
I'm a Leo.
Okay.
No, it's funny because it seems like everybody is going back perspective. I'm in the middle of all this. I'm growing up. So with credit, I'm ready to just shred my credit card, shred my debit card. My credit card doesn't even work anymore. I haven't even used it. It's like a high score in a video game, you know what I mean? It's like, I see this, and just the other day I was like, oh man, I'm not doing too well in this video game. So I gotta see what I can do about this. So, I mean, credit, obviously, I'm learning the hard way through my mistakes how important it is. But at the same time, we're seeing on a global level how important discipline is in spending. I mean, I don't know why isn't Bush needs to be up here learning how to manage money, because apparently so it's funny, but I think that's the most important thing, is discipline. You have to know the difference between needs and wants. And that's the first thing that I need to establish, because I'm the last person you want to talk to about saving money. You want to learn how to spend money frivolously? I'm your man, you know what I mean? But you know, if you start cutting out the wants, like going out to eat, you know what I mean? You make a meal at home, it's probably going to end up being better anyway. So I think that's the first and foremost in my life and my personal experience, is just discipline. Realizing what you need and what you want.
All right, thank you so much. Discipline, focus. Kevin House.
I want to go an opposite way on credit, because I think credit, you're going to need it. Yeah. And I don't think you should shred the card. And I just think about any small business, big business, when you get into mergers and acquisitions and things like that, you know, you're going to need credit. So it's not about getting rid of it, it's about learning how to master it to use it later on. So I don't want everybody to start freaking out about credit, because you're going to be dealing with credit from today to when you die. Whether it's the creditors or whoever it is, you're going to be dealing with it. So, you know, it's a small story. You go to college, and a lot of us, we have some money up here, but, you know, let's talk about the college student in first year of college, and they see that Visa or that MasterCard advertisement that somebody's going to give them some money. I got caught up, did everything that everybody talked about up here, but I was disciplined, as my man said, and just made sure I paid things off. And if we run away from credit, credit will find you. There's going to be a time. There's going to be a time where you're going to need that credit. You might try to take your small business and get into a big business, or you might be trying to acquire another business. Credit is important, so let's not run from it. Let's not cut it up. Let's learn how to make it an asset towards us for later on. So I just want to make sure.
Very good. Words of wisdom. Thank you. I want to turn that to Maria. Now, Maria, you're a professional, very successful, by the way, realtor. What can you share to this audience and give them some of the basics of how important owning property? You know, somebody mentioned the difference between an appreciating asset and a depreciating asset. Let's talk about ownership of homes, land, real estate.
I'm going to talk on that, but I just wanted to add a little more on the credit.
Absolutely. Speak right into the mic.
Especially for the college kids, how important it is that you don't destroy your credit when you get out, because most jobs, they look at your credit when they're giving you a job, and if your credit is bad, you can't get a job in the bank and many other places if you have bad credit. So credit is very important. You just have to discipline yourself and use it responsibly. When they look at your credit, even when they're giving you your insurance on your car, on your house, and everything, so you might get a higher insurance on your car or your house because your credit score is not good. And so credit is very important. America is a system that runs off credit, but you just have to know how to be disciplined with it. You should always keep your credit card below 50% of the debts, because the higher you get, your score goes down. And you also, when you go shopping for cars and all these things, remember, every time people keep pulling your credit, it takes your score down. So you just have to learn about your credit, and so you can be informed. Education is power. So, well, you know, each one I would advise everyone to learn what affects your credit, and so you can be responsible with it. And understand that if you pay your credit card one day late, your interest rate can go up, and it's you know, it goes against your credit as well. So that's very important. Now come back to the question I was asked about. Real estate is from the beginning of time, the wealth has come from the land. Real estate is where most people acquire their wealth from. We are in a crisis right now, and normally I would say car depreciate and real estate appreciate. And this is an unusual situation where we have declining values. But it does not matter. It's a good time to buy because it's going to go back up. Real estate has always have a cyclical time where it goes down, but it goes back up. And this is your ascension into wealth. This is where most people send their kids to college, they start their business. Now is a great time to buy. Now is a time to get disciplined, get your credit together, get your money together, join forces with your family, your friends, and acquire. Invest. Now is the time to invest. It's at the lowest that it can, almost at the lowest right now. So it's a good time to invest. It's going to go back up. So now is a good time to invest.
All right, thank you. Shanta, you wanted to chime in on the credit card situation.
Yeah, most of what I was going to say has already been mentioned, but like Kevin said, it is important to establish and have good credit when you go out and get that first house or car loan. What's important too is when someone sends you an application, you need to look at what the percentage rate is. And when I was in college, I didn't even know what a percentage rate was. I was like, oh, okay, I got $2,000, great, I'm going shopping. And so now I understand that, say for instance, you get a balance of $2,500, well, the percentage rate could be 22%. Guess what? It's going to take you that much longer to pay that bill off if you're paying below what your minimum is or just what the monthly minimum is. So it's always better to pay more than what your minimum is due every month, and also look at those percentage rates so that you don't get yourself into trouble. And also you can go online every month and check your credit rating. It's 3 different companies that you can go on and check. So it's important that you keep up with your own score, because one thing that people have mentioned today that's a big crisis in this country right now is identity theft. And guess what? People can tap into your credit cards and use your credit card and you won't even know it. I remember 5 years ago, I happened to check my credit rating and I noticed that someone had bought a house in Virginia off of me, and the loan was on my credit rating. It was so much red tape having to go back and show who I was and get that taken off. So it's really, really important to check your credit on a regular basis when you do establish it.
All right, words of wisdom. Let's give the panel a whole hand. We got a lot of great information. Now, we're going to shift gears one more time.